Well, I solved the air filter issue, I think. I purchased one of these filters from some online retailer. I've cut the neck off there. That will fit in there just nicely. And I bought the size that would just fit around the outside lip in there once the neck was cut off. And by the time I get that back on there, that will be perfect. I am going to clean this up before I put it all back together. Okay, so I've just pulled the flywheel back off and I can see that I've made a stuff up here. It's obviously rubbing there, so I need to pull that back out, clean it up a bit better and see if I can reseat it. Well, I tightened it all down and tightened it after I'd cleaned it, and you can have a sound that I thought was something breaking, but when I looked I think it had actually just popped in here properly. So we will try putting this back on now and seeing if we've got a bit of clearance. Okay, that seems a lot better now. So, I think I would like to actually change the oil. Before I try and start, I know I'm not running the gearbox and I can pop some two-stroke in the top end, but maybe I should just start it. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Oh, I nearly forgot that I have to set these bloody points. So, Okay, I think I got that. Now let's see if we have a little bit of spark. Okay, well, I've come across another problem, or two. One is that the new spark plug aboard is definitely not the spark plug for this bike. That's the old spark plug that was in it. That's the new one. You can see that the threading part is far longer. This one also has a cap on the top, whereas the one that was in it does not. The other problem is that as I was trying to bend it around to get a decent video of it, the lead came out of the coil. But anyway, hopefully from this point here, you can see this. You can see the spark. Maybe not. I don't know, but there's definitely a spark there. So pretty happy with that. Okay, so I'll just give it a little shot of starting fluid. Oh, so that backfiring is enough to tell me that it would run if I had it dead on the ground where I could kick the bloody thing properly. It's amazing how much recoil there is on such a small bike. But anyway, pretty happy with that. So we'll get on to the next step now. And while I'm waiting for the new spark plug to come in, I've been pulling off parts, sandblasting them. The old sandblasting unit, and then painting them, so they're certainly going to look a lot better than they did. Okay, so I'm going to have a go at cleaning up these plastics. I don't know how I go, they're pretty far gone, but I figure I've got nothing to lose.
But it does look as if it's about to stop growing, and that, by virtue of the reserve bank smash.
ABC Sport is team speaking. Koken, the gold and
around the world. So it's not surprising that they'd like to have an environment that's conducive to investment. It's very clear from what we know that it's an issue, but by and large it's not a big issue. I've sat with 24 senior representatives from Australia and China and the CEO around the table. And investment in Australia was looked at as an opportunity. It wasn't seen as much as a challenge. So I think, yes, it's an issue for China, but it's not the big issue. Both parts are really now focused on the long term. What can we do in partnership together? Where can we work together? What are the problems we can solve and how can we create something better?
Tell us more about some of those conversations you were having there. What's the
Well, what really stood out is that there is a shared recognition that the economic relationship that we have is evolving.
Yeah.
And it's moving into new areas of opportunity. We're emerging from things like green energy, green alcohol, green steel, but also the things around the services sector. So education became a very big topic, and the opportunity of Australia and China to work again in research collaborations.
Okay, so we will crack the oil plug and see how much oil we got in the oil barrel. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, that's not good. I'm glad I changed that. But yeah, I think that can just sit there and drain for quite some time. Well, I've given that a very thorough flush out with diesel a couple of times, so I'm going to put some oil in now. Now I can see on the top there it says oil 0.6 of a litre. Down here we have an overflow, so I'll put the 0.6 in and see how we go. Well, there's a little bike all reassembled. I still have not been able to get it to fire properly. It'll pop and it'll bang, but it just won't run. I'm a little bit at a loss for what to do here. I think I need to pull the engine out, pull it down properly. Maybe there's some issue with the rotary valve. I don't have the time or the space to do it at the moment. So she's just going to get parked in the corner of the shed for the foreseeable future, and as soon as I can get around to sorting it out, that's what I'll do. Very disappointing, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. But yeah, I had a bit of fun and I learned a few things, so it's all good and we'll sort it out one day.